What's up, people? So, if you didn't know, GTA 6 came out. As me, as a video gamer, that's it's been a while. Okay, it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years since anything Grand Theft Auto like has came to came occurred to us. And for video gamers out there that do game, that's like big news. Like, that's crazy to me. I thought I was going to be like 30 when GTA 6 finally came out, but surprisingly, I'm not. But I'm not here to talk about GTA 6. Instead, I am here to talk about Take Two Interactive and the post that they said. I can't find the post, sadly. But Take Two Interactive suggested that not only should we, as the consumer, should start paying for how many hours that we spend on the game. Don't take my word for it. Please go look it up because I need to go look it up myself. I had a bunch of information on it and I forgot to save it. So, L me at that part. But it got me to start thinking, as a business perspective, I completely understand, or I believe that it was how many hours they spend on making the game. It should cost that much. Either way, it had me thinking of, what if this came true? What if every gaming company took this into consideration and started making us pay not only for the video game that we have already bought, but now for the hours that we spend on the game. Now, I did math in my head. Say the game comes out, it's $70. Say they start making you pay 5% of $70 for how many hours you play. Per hour, basically. And the math is absolutely trifling. Now, if you're wondering, don't worry, I have you on the math part. 5% of $70 is $3.50. You add that up to, say you play your new game for about 10 hours. Or 8. For 8 hours, that's about $54. Why is my mind blinking? But for 10 hours, that is $35. Now, imagine if we just go up 10%. And you played it for... Oh, you don't get it. You probably do understand, but like last night, this had me tripping. And it really it got underneath my skin. It grinded my gears because of how badly the companies can start screwing us over. But anyways, the math to that is, it would equal up to $70 if we was to do the 10% math of it. 10% of $70 is $7. And doing that math, 7 times 10 is 70. Not only if companies started to take this into notice, this would be just terrible for a consumer. Not only did we have to pay $70 to get the video game, but now we have to pay even more money. Don't just take, this is just an example. This is an extreme example. This is an extreme example I'm setting right now. But now that the companies, just say that we start paying the base price, but now we have to start paying a percentage of that price just to play the game for a certain amount of hours, that's absolutely ridiculous. And at that point, that would make that would just frustrate a lot of consumers. Just say your favorite Netflix account or your Disney Plus account start making you do a percentage wise pay for how many hours you watch their content. That's absolutely ridiculous, right? Because even I did. Oh, crap. I'm going to do math on how many hours I spent on YouTube because I spent a lot of hours on YouTube. And if you want to, I like just do a little math or do this little test. Go the whole entire week doing normal things, but if you can, track the hours of how long you spend on these your favorite app or your favorite video game or your favorite subscription, and just take into notice how many hours you spend on it. And for me, since YouTube is free, I'll do $1, and it gets nasty. It gets nasty because I know I'm close. I'm gonna do it as soon as I get off of here. I'm just gonna go back the week that I was on YouTube and just add all the hours up and times it by or do the $1 math. But for y'all, either do 5% or 10%, whichever, or you can do in between from 1% to 10%. I'm only saying 5% because that just sounds like a good general number to me. But this is something to just take into deep consideration. Now, there's a lot of controversy on GTA 6, which video games have had a lot of controversy over time and time and time again. It's not the video game that is causing these people to act sporadic or act out of character or do these criminalized things. No, it's the people themselves that's going to do that anyways. Now, I am rambling, but truly, let's get back on track. If companies was to make you start paying a percentage of whatever you're using per hour, that is something completely scary to think about. And ridiculous to think about too. Because there's a podcast that I watch, Let's Keep It a Buck, and one of the creators, Omar, he said, like, I completely understood where he was coming from business wise, but then I went into an extreme example that I just explained to y'all. Like, what if, like, yeah, the companies, what if they did really start, you know, making us pay a percentage of however long we use a product per hour? And that's absolutely ridiculous, because it could get even more extreme to where, oh, the clothes that you wear on your back, now you got to pay that per hour, or the bed that you sleep in, you got to pay that per hour. That's just an extreme example. Like I said, that even on my brain, when I do that, it goes into an extreme examples. But anyways, just like, we need to take into full consideration that we need to vote with our wallet. Truthfully, we do need to start voting with our wallets, because this is getting out of hand. It's getting a little scary out there. Bills need to be paid, and rent is always due. I don't know. Anyways, I am going to do that math on how many hours I spend on YouTube. I am going to do that math. I'll get back to y'all. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed.